Happy New Year to all the K-pop stans out there, unless you're one of those K-pop stans who are genuinely in love with their bias, who have a parasocial relationship with their bias, who kisses photos of K-pop idols, who has K-pop body pillows somehow. I don't know if they actually sell those. If you made it yourself, God help you. Says they truly know K-pop idols, like they truly know what they're like. You don't. You don't. Who babies K-pop idols, like treats idols like they're babies. Like, yes, some are like children technically, but like they don't need to be babied, okay? Who stalks K-pop idols? That's illegal. Makes the whole personality K-pop. Making your whole content K-pop is completely different, but your personality, come on now. Only has K-pop as the source of happiness. Like, the only reason they're happy is because of K-pop. Like, there's a whole world to explore. Like, explore that, please. Spends majority of their income on K-pop, unless it's K-pop tickets. Then like those are like investments. But people that force their parents to buy them K-pop merch, especially K-pop tickets, that's a no-go. Who seriously compares looks between idols? Like, looks are subjective. Okay, stop doing that. Treats K-pop as a serious competition. Like, yes, it's competitive, but like, come on now. It's not. Let's admit, it's not the World Cup. It's not the Super Bowl. It's not the World Series. It's nothing like that. Like, we can all have a good time. Okay? We can all have a good time. Puts down other idols to lift their own faves up. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, at all. Don't do that at all. Like, gosh. Participates in hate trains. Tries to start hate trains. No one's boarding those trains. Switches up on idols when they felt the opposite way and acted upon it. So, like, say for example, one day they're like, "Oh yeah, this idol sucks. They're such a pick me," and then the next day that idol gets popular or goes viral for something, and go like, "Oh yes, that idol is always amazing. Oh, always loved them." Fake, fake. Uh, who judges idols like they're a professional performer? What do you know? Okay, what do you know? And who people that start their criticism with, as someone who has been a performer for 16 years and they actually haven't, like, like, why are you faking being like that? Like, oh, we're gonna take your opinion seriously? Nah, we're talking about K-pop on the internet. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Who hates on others for not liking K-pop? Who calls people racist for not liking K-pop? Thinks they're different for liking K-pop? Thinks they're cool for liking K-pop? Thinks they're better for liking K-pop? Thinks they're better for only liking boy groups? Thinks they're better for only liking girl groups? And thinks they're better for only liking nougat groups? Like, you're not a better stan than the other just because you like a specific type of group. K-pop's K-pop. That's what it is. Only stands groups from one company and calls them a company stan. A company stan? Ugh. Ugh. Who talks about K-pop idols like they personally know them? Like people, like, you know those stars that talk about it. Oh yeah, like, oh, what should we call it? Baekhyun is like this, like that. Oh, he's such a funny guy. Like, why are you talking like about him like you personally know him? You most likely don't. All right, stop doing that. Thinks idols owe fans something. Like, they don't owe us anything. They already perform for us on a daily. They always tour and travel and constantly make content for us. Like, they don't owe us anything, okay? Buys airport information to get close to them. Basically, Sarsang fans, if you're Sarsang, like, no happy new year to you. Has cause of being part of one of those massive crowds at the airport, and when I say massive crowds, I mean those crowds that could like trample a child, like in that what was that scene in Attack on Titan season 4, where like, you know, like Eren Yeager. Like there have been that level of crowds just for K-pop groups at airports, and it is concerning. Those need to stop. And specifically that one pandas girl that tried to join Jungkook walking out of the airport. Like, does anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody else know what I'm talking about? If you know what I'm talking about, you're a real one. Yes, those K-pop stans that call out other stans for not knowing their faves well enough, whether it's the idols' names, age, their birthday, inside jokes, or like something specifically like they did. Like, you know those stans that go like, "How did you not know Hongjun did this on a V Live 5 years ago where he said this, yada yada." Who? Not everyone's gonna know that. They don't have to know that just to be a stan of them. All right, chill out. Calls out other stands for having a basic favorite song choice. Like, why does your favorite K-pop song have to be the most unique and obscure K-pop song out there? Like, if they just let them like what they want to like, okay? That's really much like, I'm like my favorite BTS song is Bepsi, and people be like, oh, that's such a basic. It's a good song, all right. Let me like what I like, and has a basic favorite group choice. Oh yeah, my favorite is BTS. Okay, that's perfectly fine. You shouldn't put them down for it for like just because they're the most popular group. They're popular for a reason, okay? It has a basic old bias, like Jungkook has a lot of stands for a lot of reasons. So does Jennie. So does Eunwoo. So does Wonyoung, Karina. All of them. Like, there's a reason why they're popular. Calls out stands for not knowing choreography. Not everyone can dance. Okay, not everyone can know that. Like they don't even have to know the point dances. Okay, you don't have to call them out for it. Like let them be. Let them be. Calls out stands for listening to other genres, and calls out stands for listening to only K-pop. Like, if you only want to listen to K-pop, then do that. But if you want to listen to other genres, do that. Spotify exists for a reason. YouTube Music exists for a reason. Apple Music exists for a reason. Like, you can just listen to whatever you want. Okay? Just do it. It doesn't matter what genre it is. Okay? Oh, those. Okay. Okay, if you're a K-pop fan that has unironically said, argue with the wall. Oh, gosh, I can't believe there's people that have actually unironically said that. That's, oh my gosh. Okay, has typed one of those comments on a K-pop music video, and you know what comments I'm talking about. You know what comments I am talking about. Okay, like it's usually like it's usually copy and pasted. Has posted a fan cam under an unrelated tweet. Well, what's the point of that? What's the point now? Why did you do that? Why would you do that? There was no point in that. Like, what is that? Yeah, basically any K-pop stan that treats X or Twitter like a warfield or battlefield for their faves, like, there's no point. There's no point in doing that. All right, just like promote your faves in a nice, kind way. You don't have to be like, okay, I must defend my faves, my kings, my queens. It's K-pop. Chill out, alright? Gosh. One of those Korea Boo stands, and I have a few examples, they think they're an expert in South Korea just because they like K-pop. You're not. Thinks they know how to speak Korean just because they listen to K-pop. Like, yeah, you listen to it all the time, but doesn't mean you're actually understanding the phonetics, the grouping of words, the jargon, and all that. Like, chill out, alright? And thinks that South Korea is basically a utopian society where South Korea is a perfect country with a perfect system. Every man is like Cha Eun-woo, every woman's like Jang Won-young. South Korea is a country. It has its pluses, it has its minuses. It's a country, okay? Every country is like that. Basically, any K-pop stan that thinks they're Korean. Like I recently found out about RCTA. Oh my gosh. How does this exist? And why are there people that think dyeing their hair makes them look Korean? Dyeing your hair is not a Korean thing. Oh my gosh. And things Koreans that are like fictional characters, like I think it's mostly like K-drama fans, but also K-pop fans. Like, they're not fictional characters. Koreans are people. Like just because you go to South Korea, it's not a movie set or whatever. It's a country, just like where you're living at. And if you're not living in the country, what are you doing? What are you doing? My gosh. Calls out other K-pop fans for not knowing about Korean culture. Just because they listen to K-pop doesn't mean they know about Korean culture. Like, I love European football. I don't know much about Europe, but I still love European football. Okay, that's basically the same thing. Wants to marry a Korean person purely because of K-pop. It's like, oh, yeah, I like K-pop, so I'm gonna marry a Korean. You're a K-pop stan. Are you even gonna get married? Gosh. Okay. Has genuinely shipped to idols. Like, you know those stands that be like, oh yeah, these two, they belong together, and if they don't belong together, the world is ending. The world sucks. What is with like it's fun to do it as a joke and be like, oh yeah, they'd be cute together. Oh, they look nice or whatever. But like to be like, those two belong together. And if anybody else dates any of them, the K-pop's ruined. Like, chill out, okay? Has made one of those idol staring in the same direction videos. Like, oh my gosh, they were staring in the same direction. That could mean one thing: they were at work. What else they gonna do? Okay, my gosh. And like, has hard analyzed award shows or any events to see if any of the idols have given eyes, like whether it's like ooh eyes or eyes. They're at work. Let them work. Let them be. Okay, that's all I've written down. Let me see if I can think of any top of my head. Oh yeah, idols that like legitimately, any stands that legitimately crash out when their faves turn out to be dating. Like, they date. Okay, like let me put it in this way for all you K-pop stands that are in a genuine parasocial relationship with their bias. Okay, imagine this: you go for your dream, and for your dreams, you fight for your dreams. You do whatever you can, and as you go for your dream, you realize it's sometimes a dark place, but you still want to achieve your dream. So you train for years and years and years, and you finally debut. But when you debut, you get even more stressed, and you barely get paid, and you're performing every single day while practicing for even longer, and you're continuing to do this for years and years and years until you're able to make it for a living. But then imagine, in the same place you work at, you meet someone that understands how you feel, has experienced your experiences, and they get how you feel. That creates connections. That's how relationships are made. That's why most relationships start in the workplace. That's the same in K-pop. That's just how it is. Like, I've said this many times, but say, for example, my old bias, Seldom of From S9, right? Like, say, for example, if she's dating someone, like, I'm happy for her. She's a human being. She deserves to be loved. And like, listen, she's a 27-year-old woman turning. Wait, is she 27? Yeah, she's a 27-year-old woman turning 28. I'd be more surprised if she is single. Okay, like most idols now are adults. They can date whoever they want. And like, yes, there's a lot of underage idols, and I personally think if you're an underage idol and you're doing school and you're being an idol, that you shouldn't date, but they're gonna catch feelings. It's just a natural feeling, okay? Not every K-pop idol is Ace Arrow. Oh, another one. K-pop fans that assume an idol's like sexuality, that thinks an idol, like, here's the thing. Yes, they may show signs, but it doesn't automatically mean, oh, their sexuality is this, their sexuality is that. Like, let them love what they want to love, okay? It's none of our business. Just let them live. And yeah, so no Happy New Year to anybody that I named. I'm sure there's a lot more, but you get the gist of what type of K-pop stand I'm saying. Not Happy New Year to. But if I didn't mention you at all, Happy New Year. Hope you have a good one.